Hello, I'm Liam Mack. You guys all know what is transgender? Have you heard about these terms? Yes, that's great. So today I will not go through a lot of different social issues or as usual, I guess. So today I will share a story of myself, my self-discovery journey about how I view gender and how I embrace my identity as a trans man. So that's me, newborn Liam. Actually, growing up, I already feel like I have something different with others classmates. In kindergarten, I asked my mother, why can't I be like other boys? Why can't I line up with them? Why am I wearing dresses, not pants as they do? And why can't I use the boys' restroom? She told me, because you are a girl, you have to act like a girl, or else other people will question or think that you're weird. I think here's the thing about the Asian culture, which is deeply ingrained in us, about being different is something to be ashamed of. And this is also a notion we've absorbed from our parents, peers, and the society in general. Schools in Hong Kong typically have a rule that actually says students cannot stand out, cannot be eccentric or unconventional, which in Cantonese means 不可標奇立異. Being different isn't easy in school. That's me when I'm in my Form 1 in secondary school. I experienced the consequences of not conforming back in my secondary school. You can see that I actually wear 2 uniforms in both boys and girls, these 2 gender. And in my secondary 1, someone teased me anonymously and actually exposed my name, class, and class number on the school secret page. All just because of my sexuality at that time. Because presenting as a girl, they discovered that I also like girls. And this is quite an unusual thing for them. So I learned a lesson. Reality taught me that I should hide myself instead of being proud. And since then, this label followed me throughout my secondary school. And weight of it actually made me sad for quite a long time. But after a while, I started to realize that, they already put a label on me. Why should I keep being depressed? Maybe I can be proud of this label and reclaim it. So I start to become a rebel in other people's eyes. So I first request my school to allow me to wear boys' uniform. I was the lucky one. Unlike other schools, I have the chance to wear boys' uniform, which makes my gender dysphoria a lot more relieved. But it was quite a new thing. When you meet me first, you see a girl in a dress. But after a while, you suddenly see me in boy's uniform with short hair and presenting as a boy. So unwanted attention again. So the story is like this. Other people found it very amusing to tease me just because I'm different. That's one time I was in the sports, it was the sport day. My religious teacher, like that actor, who had taught me for 5 years, he publicly singled me out for wearing boys' uniform, which I was allowed to. He said, "Hey, that girl in the boys' uniform, stop standing next to the railing." And then suddenly, everyone looked at me with questioning eyes, just like, what, just like where I'm standing here, and then everyone looked at me, but with bad intention, yeah. But still, to my teacher, it was a joke. He laughed immediately, but to me, it was very humiliating. So I quickly ran away and then hid in the restroom, but I didn't cry. I blame this all on the lack of education on gender, sexuality, and respect for diversity. Because traditional schools in Hong Kong don't even have a good sex education. Of course, they do not have this kind of guidelines to the teaching staff. And from then on, I realized I have to fight for my own right. That's once. And I become a center of attention again. A teacher accused me for disrupting my peers' studies while she instructed us to discuss questions. I did what she told us to do, but she said I was the problem. So I was targeted once again. But this time, I found the courage to speak up. I was trembling. I told her, "You should respect people with different appearance and abilities, because all students are equal, regardless of their gender and their academic results." Only one student clapped. Yeah. I still remember that one class days. Luckily, that teacher is actually she's not a bad teacher. After that, she found me and called me to her office, but actually thanked me for reminding her about her mission as a teacher. And then, originally I would show pictures of my teachers. So this teacher became my class most beloved teacher afterwards, because she really learned how to treat every student equally. And then every Christmas party, we all looking forward to her homemade Christmas cake. Yeah. And that was the first time I found that I actually have the power to speak up, and my words can be valued. And I also find the importance of speaking up and being proud. But I was not so determined always. I once felt lost because I was too busy defending myself from others. And people assume I'm tough, but I could only rely on myself back then. So I can only choose to be tough. I remember the moment I come out to my mom. She said, "If you want to be a man, you shouldn't cry or be weak. You should be the one taking care of the family. But you are too small and weak to pass as a man." And her words left me invalidated and unsure about myself. And these experiences made me feel hatred about the feminine quality inside. because she didn't take it serious and then want to put all the stereotypical expectation on it. So I pushed myself both mentally and physically to conform to the stereotypical male role. So there are some pictures of me conforming to the stereotypical male role. I go to gym almost every day. I wear vests. I really want to have beard. I wear suits like today, every day, almost, just because I feel like it's a manly thing to do. I even wear tape instead of binder underneath because I don't want to show my binder underneath my clothes. So I just do everything that makes people think that, oh, you are a man. You are a man, so you do this. You are a man, so you are tough. You are a man, so you wear pants. And I think most of you will have similar feelings. And ignoring how people see you in this society is really challenging. And for many of us, we have many self-doubts. And the pursuit of passing is a lifelong journey. For example, we will always think, oh, my shoulders are too small, too narrow. For some trans women, they will think that, oh, my forehead looks too masculine. I'm too tall for a woman. I'm too weak and small for a man. I think some of you may have similar feelings sometimes. And then you think, oh, men do not cry. I need to act like a girl. But do you really want to conform in that stereotypical role? Actually, everyone can experience gender dysphoria to some degree. Whether it's men go to gym because they feel like they're too small, or women who feel insecure about their femininity, their voice, everything. And these things are actually internalized expectation or a judgment from the society. So I start to think of what kind of man I want to be. It should not be affected by the gender norms because we're all unique individual. And some trans people, they will consider that experience before transition is died. It's a dead self. Yeah. But for me, I won't erase my journey before my transition because it shaped me into who I am today, and I'm proud of this unique experience. And for some trans people, they even adopt some patriarchal ideas just to blend in. And I found it quite ironic for a trans man to adopt these patriarchal ideas because actually we have experienced two genders life. And our experience should have made us more aware of the injustice. So there's one time I remember when I was in my secondary school. Whenever I speak up, whenever I crack a joke, raise my opinion, no one cared. But my male classmates said something similar, and then everyone will agree. But now I found it never happens again. But sometimes I question, maybe it's still because of the male privilege. And there are some common criticism I often hear from the locals. Being trans doesn't make you 100% man or women. It's written in your DNA. I often see these under the news comments. You can imagine if a woman has a hysterectomy due to cervical cancer, does that make her less of a woman? If someone loses an arm or a leg, does that diminish their humanity? If our gender is solely determined by hormones and genitals, aren't we all technically gender fluid? And I'll say you are against the law of nature. And you need to stop forcing us to adopt your views on gender. But how do we define nature? If we want to live as nature intended, we shouldn't use technology because it's unnatural. To me, everything that exists is natural. You, me, and everyone in this room, we are all born from nature, and our very existence is natural. We do not force people to accept, but you need to learn to respect and admit that we exist. Once during a gender education workshop, I asked a group of kindergarten boys, what makes you identify as boys? Some say, because I'm stronger than girls. Some say, because my genitals are different. And there's one little boy said, because I feel like a boy and I'm comfortable being a boy. The answer is very plain and simple. Yes, nobody answered the same as the little boy does throughout all the lectures and workshops I've done in university. Just like me, I'm a boy because I'm comfortable being a boy. This is not a choice. And my gender is not defined by anyone else. There's once I was in a lit, and people always are so curious sometimes. And there's an old man suddenly approached me, tapped me on my shoulder, and asked, are you a boy or a girl? I answered him, what do you think? And he immediately felt embarrassed and just hurried away. I always question why people are so curious what's between our legs. Maybe I'm thinking our education system focus too much on teaching us how to fit things in boxes, categorize everything. But humans are not objects. We are very diverse, very unique. We cannot fit human in the boxes. And to us, we simply just want to live an everyday life, just like you does. And we actually all are human who can think and feel. So, from being a depressed kid in school to where I stand now, judgments and criticisms no longer hold me back. People may see us as differently weird, but we are differently special in our own way. I'm Liam Mack. I'm a guy, an advocate, pan-demisexual, trans, and I'm proud of who I am and what I do. Originally, you will see some of my pictures in drag and even nude as a nude model, life model, yeah. So if I had a chance, I will show you the pictures. Thank you.